So for another drop-a question, we have a word problem. The phone company Sprint has a monthly cellular plan where a customer pays a flat monthly fee and then a certain amount of money per minute used on the phone. If a customer uses 260 minutes, the monthly cost will be $74. If the customer uses 640 minutes, the monthly cost will be $131. And now it's asking us, find an equation in the form y equals mx plus b, where x is the number of monthly minutes used and y is the total monthly of the Sprint plan. So for this problem, they gave us what we can identify as two points. They give us that a customer uses 260 minutes and the monthly cost will be $74. In the next point, they give us 640 minutes for another customer, and they paid $131. So in our 2 points, we have to now find a slope. Whenever we're finding an equation of a line, remember our answer has to be in this form, where m and b will be values we substitute at the very end. So m is what we find first, our slope, and then our y-intercept. To find our slope, we have a formula, m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And this comes from our 2 points. When we label them, we can label our first point, point 1, so this can be x1, y1, and our second point can be x2, y2. Now all it is plugging it in to find our value for m. Keep in mind that this formula can only be used when we have 2 points. It doesn't work when we only have 1 point. So when they give you 2 points to find m, use this formula to find the slope. So now 131 minus 74 over 640 minus 260. Now I'm going to type this into my calculator. So the top will be 131 minus 74. I have 57 in my numerator. And in my denominator, 640 minus 260 will be 380. I can leave it like that or check to see, plug it into my calculator, 57 divided by 380 to see if it simplifies any further. And it does. I can leave it as a fraction, or they even give me a simplified decimal of 0.15. I can use whichever one I feel more comfortable using. If I like fractions, I can keep the fraction and use it in my calculations. Or if I prefer the decimal, which in this case I actually do, I can use the 0.15. When we're plugging this in, y minus y1 equals m, x minus x1, I'm plugging in my 2 points, y1 and x1, and also my slope, m. When I'm plugging this in, remember it's in reference to the point. So y1 is 74 equals m, which you can plug in as 57 over 380, or 0.15. I will use the decimal for this example. And then x minus x1, which is 260. Now after this, we just multiply 0.15 and distribute it. So it's now 0.15x. And then 0.15 times 260 will be 39. And it will be negative 39 because this is a positive 0.15 and a negative 260. Now I add 74 to both sides. So I'm going to do negative 39 plus 74. And that will give me 35. And now this should be the equation. And this is the general equation for the part A of the equation of the word problem. So for part B of this word problem, we're going to use the same equation that we found, but now plug in the values that they give us. So it says, use your equation to find the total monthly cost if 942 minutes are used. So remember, now we have to identify what are our minutes and our variable for minutes, which in this case will be x. So all we're going to do is plug that in. We have y equals 0.15. Now instead of x, I'm going to plug in 942. And y will be the total cost. I can plug this straight into my calculator. 0.15, open parentheses, 942, close parentheses, plus 35. And it gives me 176.3. And that's how much money I will use.